Hey, Lottie.
What?
I've made a decision. I want to be a successful man. A successful man in this society.
Oh, right.
And you see, I've been maybe failing in that respect because I was trying to be a successful man in a utopian society. But, we're even further away from utopia than I first thought. So, I was thinking, to be a successful man, what I need to do is I need to work hard in school and then go to college and be a good little soldier. Then I can go to a university and get a degree, maybe do postgraduate. But at some point, as a successful man, I'm going to enter into the world of work.
Right.
Yes, I'm going to enter into the world of work. And then I'm going, probably financial,
or
something like that.
Fund or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't really even know what that
it's
is.
gardening related.
They don't seem to do much to help hedgerows, do they?
No, they don't.
Seem to be into chopping them all down. But yeah, anyway.
So, I'm going to be in the world of work and I'm going to work my way up that professional ladder. And I tell you what, I'm not necessarily always going to be ethical. I'm going to sometimes put number one first.
Oh, right.
Because you've got to be like that in the world of work, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to just do that. And I'm going to strive. And I'm going to show dedication. And then one day, I'm going to be able to eat babies.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, I heard that's how it works.
It is how it works. If you are really, really, really wealthy, which implies that you've done something really successfully, then you develop this insatiable appetite for the flesh of babies.
Right.
And
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've always wondered. Now, we've been asking on this show for the last over a year now. I've been asking every week, why do they do these things? Why do people want to destroy the planet? Why are they doing this? Why can't the multi-millionaires and billionaires? Why can't they just be happy? Why can't we transition to renewables and then they can still make a lot more money than everyone else, but it would be renewable? And the answer to the question, which I didn't realise, is because they like to
eat babies,
eat people.
I mean, we all know.
Explains it, doesn't it?
We all know about. Well, I'm sure we don't know everything, but we know a lot more of what's been going on with the trafficking rings and so on. But
and their weird little code words.
Yeah. But we can probably just use as a catch-all that they eat babies.
Yeah, it's all public record.
It's public record
about
now.
Walking the jerky over. I mean, I'm not really sure what that.
No.
I mean,
so it shows me.
It's sort of fairly evident in the email, really.
Yeah. It shows me what I have been doing wrong and what, my parents chastise me for not being a successful commercial artist, and it shows what I've been doing wrong is not behaving in a completely horrible amoral fashion.
Well, I don't think we can even really say. I think amoral's a bit reductive as a term, isn't it?
Listen to that kettle boil.
We're back in the volcano
that's what
again.
I mean. Amoral is reductive as a term.
We're in the belly of the earth.
And everything.
I've gone down to see my friends underneath to have a word with them about who shall be coming to join fairly soon from the upper echelons of society.
Everything is reductive as a term apart from baby eaters, because that is the most. Surely. Is there a more transgressive thing to do than eat a baby? I don't think so.
No.
They've set this new precedent, and before the genocide on the Gaza Strip began, we lived in a world where I'd never, ever heard anyone condone killing children.
No.
And now I've heard many people talking about how it's sometimes okay to kill children, giving all sorts of justifications. And so my question is, given that, like, as of like 2.5 years, we live in the world where it's sometimes okay to kill children, are we now going to go into the world where it's sometimes okay to be a cannibal? Is that the world we're going to go into? Well, if it is, I'm gonna jump on that ship, and I'm gonna, even if they taste horrible, I'm gonna start eating some people too. Politicians.
Yeah, I mean, if they're allowed to do it, I think maybe I should be allowed to do it.
Exactly. So if they are pro-cannibalism, then I'm gonna go pro-cannibalism too. I don't eat any animal products at the moment.
Technically, vegan isn't including
human. So I think you can still be vegan and eat the flesh of politicians, bankers, billionaires. There's some crossover with all these things.
Well, I mean, I really don't want
people who get really rich from making terrible music. I don't really want any
of these people near my mouth, but I will take one for the team and eat them.
You'll take one for the team, and I've got a few friends.
I'm fine with eating
who
them.
Would also do this. My mutual friend Elvis Herod, who is coming on this show next week, I can guarantee that if we asked him, would you take one for the team and eat Peter Mandelson, he'd say, yeah.
I really don't want to, but if it has to come to that, then I will.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who knows him, let him know.
Elvis Herod is ready to eat you, Peter Mandelson.
Yeah, here we come.
Yeah. And so we don't know, like, which ones of them eat babies.
But
like, we know some of them.
The thing is, they all sort of hang out with. I don't think there's. I mean, first and foremost, I'm obviously not mocking the situation. Do we have to point this out? I mean, we don't have to point. I can't be bothered.
But we're not mocking the situation. But we live in a sort of hell.
I don't feel very safe anymore. I mean, this isn't like a conspiratorial thing. It's like I want to know where these people are. I think as a person, I've got a right to know where they are. It's not like a sort of. It's not a sort of like, oh, well, you know, you haven't got any proof of that. Look, well, I mean, it looks like there's quite a lot of stuff pointing towards. So.
Yeah.
On that basis, I'm going to start being a lot more careful.
But
and
also,
I suggest everyone do the same.
But also, we I have to say, we keep seeing this phrase repeated. Being included in the Epstein files is not a sign of wrongdoing. But at the same time, in the same world, they say everybody in Gaza is a potential terrorist.
You know what I mean?
So it seems there's some double standard.
It's a bit strange that, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
strange
listeners,
I don't know. I feel like I want to know for definite that, like, you know, that they. I mean, these people eat other people, humans.
Yeah.
I think this is not really. Well, you know, you don't really feel very safe.
I mean, I thought
it
that
kind of feels a little bit personal, really.
I thought that there was zero chance that the majority of any population would sit by and watch a genocide of loads and loads of children.
Well, it turns out that a population that's run by a load of people who eat other humans as a sort of bourgeois fun time or whatever it is, or super rich fun time club.
Super rich, eyes wide shut, fun time club. So
I mean, I think that's not a good situation. It's really not. I mean, none of us trusted them, the rich, but I thought they would not. I mean, I didn't think they'd stoop that low, really.
And they're hiding in plain sight of all of this by putting it out as conspiracy
framing
theories,
it as
and
like
that they're all
thing.
lizards.
Which they're not.
No, they're not.
The aliens, if there were...
And we would be
lizards,
well informed to judge whether they're not.
I don't think the lizards would be coming from space to sort of like prey on other species' children. It's much more likely that it's, some men predominantly, but lots of women as well.
But we
feminism's so alive.
Are well placed to talk about this, whether the international paedophile cult is run by aliens. We are pretty well placed to say no, because according to geneticist, the brilliant geneticist Dr. Max Rempel, Russian geneticist based in San Francisco,
fed all of our various credentials. What's the word?
I don't know. Lives, strengths, experiences,
data points
into artificial intelligence, and it's official. Lottie and I are the most likely of all the people that he's come across to be alien human hybrids, which really makes a lot of sense.
If that's true, I'm going to say, not in my name.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Physician, heal thyself.
So we are patient zero. And there's going to be, we're going to be on Dr. Rempel's show this Sunday, aren't we? So tune into that. Look up Max Rempel's podcast or whatever it's called. But what it means, dear listeners, is that Lottie and I, whether or not we're partly from another planet, are the weirdest people on the planet.
Well, I mean, that could
dear listeners, we are the weirdest people on the earth.
Regardless of the outcome of whatever genetic study, the very fact that we got in touch also proves that point.
Yeah, it does.
So anyway, the aliens are fine by me.
Yeah, the aliens are not travelling from the other end of the universe.
I met Mr. 7/8
feast on our disgusting flesh.
With big glowing eyes who talked to me at length without any words, and he thought it was all awful. And he was a really nice bloke. I've decided he's called Gregor Samsa.
Yes.
Because it also explains the whole Kafka thing. So, but he seemed pretty existentially sort of disturbed, I guess. Not existentially, on behalf of me, really, and everyone else. Yeah, and existentially. It's sort of it also affects everyone else in the massive void, because these are standards which I don't think it's sort of universally evil, isn't it, to be doing this sort of thing.
Yeah, and they seem...
And it also seems like a very human thing to say, hey, why don't we just blame it on some extraterrestrials and then we can go and carry on the trafficking ring, ha. It sounds like that as well.
But then we should confront also this thing that they are apparently all worship. This all, it sounds bizarre saying it because it's all been in the realm of conspiracy theory for so long.
They do this,
but they are worshippers of Baal. They're worshippers of Baal, the goat horn.
Well, no, it's more I think it's more just general sort of satanic imagery kind of thing.
No, Baal is the thing. They worship Baal.
Wow.
They worship Baal. But you have to then call into question. This whole idea of it's not real,
No, it's not.
And people talk about it as if worshipping a fictitious,
like the biblical Satan.
Is the really terrible thing.
Oh no,
I would say that the trafficking and murder is probably
the pedo
doesn't matter what picture you're looking at.
Murderings for sort of whatever god or whatever satanic thing. The main sort of thing that people have gotten from this is that the biblical Satan exists. It's no, the issue is the human behaviour. It doesn't matter if they're involved in some cult. Also, I would say that this is all probably a lot of the behaviour probably comes from the frats sort of mentality.
Yeah,
it's like a frat club.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the thing.
It's like an extreme sort of patriarchal woohoo, up the rich.
Yeah.
Like, let's all dress up in stupid little clothes.
Yeah, people take this idea of Satanism as very... they take it very seriously. I know that if you even say the word Satan around my Earth Mother, she really... gets angry or freaks out or
But it's not
or
in the
whatever.
Bible.
No, and modern...
Dante came up with most of the aesthetic characterizations of hell.
Modern Satanism was founded by Anton LaVey, who was a showman, who was a funny guy, who it was a theatrical... immersive experience, Mr. LaVey's life, with Mighty Wurlitzers. The devil loved circus music, and then there was this one guy, wasn't there, who was a pedophile who branched off and maybe started this thing that's going on now, which they say, like David Icke and all them, because David Icke gave the whole Epstein files very short shrift, curiously.
Well, he doesn't seem to be... He seems a bit quiet at the moment.
He said,
right.
oh, everybody's making a big deal about the Epstein files, but it's no big deal, that's just the tip of the iceberg to something that goes back like 10,000 years or something like that.
I mean,
and it's no, I mean, it probably goes back to this guy in the 70s in Hollywood who split off from LaVey.
It seems a bit more likely. It's got a kind of... very kind of that kind of character all over it. Sort of vapid, sort of rich people. I don't know.
Yep.
I think I'm allowed to have an opinion on it because
we have to talk about it. It's essential to talk about it because not enough people are talking about it, and this is like the most unbelievable news that has ever happened, isn't it? Is there any more? Like you have said, it is ontologically more shocking than an alien invasion.
Yeah, it is way more shocking. I mean, I was at a party in the 2000s, and I've talked about this before, and they used the line that some particular people connected to this used to try to persuade me to go off with them. So I think, obviously, I'm not... what it points to... I didn't want to.
It means that to the very rich people,
that's
everyone is a pleb, everyone doesn't matter,
right.
And everybody goes out and works their whole life away to make money, so these people can eat us. And I'm sorry if this sounds crazy, but if you think it's crazy, look in the Epstein files, because it's not crazy. That's what's in there. So that's fascinating. Me personally, I'm a successful man, and I love Baal, and I love to eat le andouille de bébé every Christmas day with pop stars and businessmen and murderers, because I'm a successful man.
Yeah, well, I don't know, living on a big boat in the middle of the ocean away from everyone seems quite appealing right now.
Yeah.
Really? I suppose there's also billionaires on yachts in the ocean, so...
Yeah, that's true. You're not safe from them anywhere.
So, no, you're not safe anywhere.
No, they're everywhere, billionaires. And there's more and more of them. There must be at least 7, no, I don't know. How many billionaires are there? But just the fact that billionaires exist is a sign of a problematic society. And when people say, oh, well, hard work makes you rich, it's hard work. Are we then saying that Elon Musk has worked harder in his life than a coal miner, for instance?
Yeah.
No, he has not. A quick glance at Elon Musk's behaviour will show that he spends all his time on Twitter and playing video games.
He's probably got really soft hands.
Oh, he will have lovely soft hands. He doesn't wash a lot of dishes, does he?
No.
No, none of them wash a lot of dishes. Do you think Keir Starmer washes dishes?
No, I reckon he's got a dishwasher.
Do you think he's got, like, a maid? Do you think he's got a boy? I've heard maybe that Keir Starmer maybe had a boy. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, does he have a butler? I don't know. We've had all of the people quitting in this country from the government. Peter Mandel, Lloyd Webber, and that other guy called Malcolm in the middle. Morgan McSweeney. Him, they've all gone. I haven't really been looking at the news today because it's horrible, and so I don't know if anyone else has retired from their position due to this exciting Christmas of really, really, really horrible news, of really, really, really horrible images that I don't ever... And I don't mean images that I've looked at, because I don't want to look at those images, but mental images. So, my big question, my main query is, do we now continue as a civilization with the awareness that rich folk are cannibals? Do we do that? Is it? Are we going to have a society?
At this point.
Are we going to have a society where we're going to have, like, the babies of the poor on the menu? You know, are we going to have little baby fingers on pizzas?
I wasn't expecting it to be quite so literal. That's the thing.
No.
It's very strange.
Because people have always said they eat babies as a kind of metaphor about the rich. To sort of say, well, they're a bit weird, no one, apart from, like, conspiracy guys, who maybe didn't even think it was real, because a lot of the conspiracy theory type people are like contrarians. Yeah. So now it's out. A lot of the people who are conspiracy theorists are trying to say that because it doesn't make people they like and dislike, doesn't make anyone look good, apart from a couple of people who it makes look really good, Finkelstein and Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, there is not a record of a society that was going well when the people at the top of it were eating the people at the bottom. Or anyone.
Like, Rome didn't really pan out particularly well in the end, did it? Sort of wasn't Caligula quite into sort of...
Oh, well, that was near the beginning.
Oh, well, eventually it burnt down, so...
Oh, well, it burnt down with Nero just after Caligula, but then they built it again.
Oh, well, they're good at building, aren't they?
Yeah. They are, I mean, very good at building those Romans. We were trying to find some light viewing to get our minds off of the absolute horribleness in reality. So we watched Caligula.
Yeah.
The new version of Caligula, which, if you don't know about Caligula, it was a film that was really, like, derided upon its release, and I still haven't seen the originally released version. But the new version, which uses Gore Vidal's original script as a guide, and then reconstruct the movie using entirely new footage that isn't in the release version, and to make this what I thought was very quite brashly elegant thing. And for the most part, the crimes of Caligula in that movie are light viewing compared to... so it did work. It did work.
I mean, sort of like kind of general kind of business lunch, I suppose. Caligula.
Yeah. And you did get to see Malcolm McDowell dancing about with his little whippersnapper flapping in the wind, didn't you?
I like Malcolm McDowell.
I like Malcolm McDowell. And I like the actor Roddy McDowell too, but he was no relation. But I think he might be the father of Andy McDowell, but I'm not sure about that. But yes, Caligula. If you fancy a really horrible 3 hours to get your brain off horrible reality, then do that. Other ways you can get your brain off horrible reality is indoor golf, which you can play at Dartington Estate, just near Sound Art Radio. Why not go there, lament the death of art, and hit a ball or not a ball? When is a ball not a ball? When you're playing virtual golf. You know it used to be called golf, don't you? It used to be a silent L.
And when is a golf course not a golf course?
When is a golf course?
When most of them have been used to cover up something else.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. But it's still a golf course. It's just got subtext. It's a golf course with subtext. How many times have you been on a golf course, Lottie?
I accidentally drove onto one once and was chased by a police helicopter.
You drove onto one?
Well, I wasn't driving, I was in the back,
right.
But we...
you were chased by a police helicopter that was on the golf course?
We found this little...
Why was the police helicopter at the golf course?
I think they called it out. Like, we found this little turning and we went up, but it was right, like, along the side of the golf course, as in it was kind of on the golf course, and all the wealthy people with strange dietary habits were staring at us, and then I think they called out the police.
Right. Oh, so there were people at the golf club?
Yeah, they were all watching us.
Clientele?
Possibly.
Members? Do you call them clientele or members of the golf club? I'm not familiar with golf club terminology. I have not...
There's allegiance in various ways.
Yeah. I have never joined a golf club, and a golf club would probably not have me, and that is not for want of wanting to join a golf club, because I have had elongated periods of my life where I have in fact dressed like a golfer, and I tell you what, Lottie, do I turn heads? Do I turn heads like when I'm dressed like a golfer?
It's a golf hat.
Have you got a
golf hat? It's got a little pom-pom on the top and a visor, and it's like checkered.
Oh, is that a golf hat?
Yeah. It's my depression hat. My mother gave it.
That is, I can see it now. Of course it's a golf hat.
We could have a new segment here, which is Lottie's top tips for clinical depression. Whenever you're sad, put on a really stupid hat and you won't think about it for like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
true.
It really breaks up the day. What else? Like, I think I was crying once and then I lit a sparkler and that sort of cheered me up for a bit. Look, these have all worked for me for years. It's a struggle, but we will all get through it.
Do you know what?
So, kind of, well, not really, but, you know.
Do you know what really cheers me up? The sight of any animal rotating.
Yeah, that really helps.
Like a guinea pig on a record player,
really
or just any animal
or like,
rotating.
feeding birds. Although you're not allowed to do that anymore, are you? But, that's fun.
Well, yeah, you are allowed to feed birds, aren't you?
I don't know. People
We
are funny
feed the
about
birds.
it.
Well, yeah, people are funny about it, but the birds like it.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's not up to the people, is it? It's up to all of the animals and with the humans to make a democratic decision.
It is.
And that's the new future that we will go into. And if the government want to make any decisions at all, they're going to have to ask, do you know who they're going to have to ask first? The crows and the monkeys and the cows and the piggies and the chimpanzees and the elephants, the orca, the hippopotami, the rhini, and all of them, all the animals, the beetles, of which there are so many. Do you know, I think, as far as I recall, that I read this statistic, that in the rainforest a new species of beetle is discovered every day.
Wow. Woo! Probably shouldn't cut it down really then.
No, you wouldn't think so, would you? No, you wouldn't think it was a good idea.
No, I think that's a bad idea, but you know, hey, that's just me.
Yeah. So on this severely perilous planet, where urgent measures need to be taken, and might we say, in fact, I'm going to say it, we need a global revolution. We need a massive change to the system. And I've been seeing it wrongly the whole time, because it isn't that the world will crumble and the system will collapse when all of this comes out. It's that there will be a whole lot of wealth to be redistributed to the poor, and we'll go into a world where we don't have these kind of bizarre myths and lies, just utter lies, like the reality that we got sold which was like the 1980s when we were children, and the reality that you got sold at that point was, if you work hard, you will do great. Because, almost this like American aspirational thing, and it is not true. I know many people who have worked very hard every day of their lives, and they are like, for example, in their 70s, and they're like, I've got nothing to give my kids. So, at the same time that is happening, there's this phenomenon of the billionaire, which we call it the billionaire. I would call it people hoarding money. And is there any billionaires that have come from a background of poverty, I wonder?
I mean, I wouldn't call them people hoarding money, I just call them people who can have you killed.
Well, yeah, that as well. Who might eat you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, there's not many billionaires, so I think you probably can make generalisations about them.
Yeah, you can. There's not many of them.
Fit them all in a room.
You could, and really, you'd only be talking about less than a month's worth of daily meals out of their bodies, really. Although a lot of them have quite a lot of meat on them, don't they? But I'm not really experienced in the meat thing, because if like Elon Musk, like when you see him with his kit off in his posing pouch, he's pretty rotund, right? But when you have a dead body, like say you were gonna eat a chicken, but you had this big fat chicken, does that mean, or better example, like that kind of meat, I think it's like pork chops, where there's a bit of meat in the middle and then there's all the fat around the meat, right? So my question is, if you took a slice of Elon Musk or any other morbidly obese billionaire, and this is also a science question, because he's fat, would there be more meat, or would there just be the same amount of meat and then fat?
I don't even...
like when something
I don't eat non-human meat.
When something...
I'm well versed in this, and I've never really considered eating human meat.
No, but you are now.
I have been recently after...
So
because we're supposed to take advice from billionaires, aren't we? Like trickle down economics and that. Obviously, they make quite a lot of money in the human meat trade. So I'm just going by what they do as good little capitalist workers.
I was thinking that the other night. You remember at the beginning of the internet, there was this website called manbeef.com.
Yeah.
And it was a website to buy human meat, and was a hoax, was a joke website. But then it made me go, wait a minute, was it a joke website?
No.
Was it a real website?
No, maybe there's this whole economy and like kind of because it's like what is it? It's the most dangerous animal. Is that what film? Man? Yeah, that's about hunting the most dangerous animal or something. I can't remember.
Which film?
There's some film or whatever, and the thing is about how it's a human or whatever. But I've just realised that you know what the rarest type of human is.
What?
That would be one of the handful of billionaires.
It would. So there's only a handful of billionaires, and if the rarest meat is the tastiest meat, then that's going to be billionaire meat. But that brings me back to the question. It's the science question. Before Elon Musk became morbidly obese, right? And then he had a certain amount of meat on his body. What I'm asking is a science question. How does it work? So, like, now he's big, fat Elon Musk. Does his body, do bodies grow more meat? Or do they just have fat on top of the meat?
I don't know. I don't want to eat anything that's, like, got a digestive system because it's rank. But
unless it's a billionaire.
I'll make an exception here.
It could be because there's not many billionaires, and so it wouldn't go around many people. It wouldn't solve world hunger or anything initially, eating all the billionaires. But in time, the knock-on effects and redistribution, it would solve world hunger. So it wouldn't really matter.
Trickle down economics.
Yeah, exactly.
It works.
So it wouldn't really matter if it was only a few people got to feed on the flesh of the billionaires.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We'll work it out anyway. I mean, I don't really want to, but like I say, I'll take one for the team.
Yeah, the thing is, Lottie, if you put Marmite on anything, it tastes
makes
great.
It better.
Yeah. So, well, that's that one solved. We can finally, with no repercussions, we can eat the billionaires because the billionaires can literally eat bebes. They literally eat bebes and they don't go to jail. So
obviously it's fine.
Can eat billionaires, and I would say maybe millionaires.
Well, it depends. I mean, like I was saying, it's sort of like...
Is Andrew Lloyd Webber a millionaire or a billionaire?
I think I don't know. I think he's...
Because if we...
Do they taste different if they're richer?
Well, the millionaires are a bit less rare. They're medium rare.
Am I going to get a disease, though?
From eating the billionaires?
Well, I mean, that's probably worth it.
Well, Bill Gates wanted to get some antibiotics. We could just get some antibiotics and that would probably sort it out. If you get pumped up on loads of antibiotics before you eat the billionaire and then have a regular course of one in the evening, one in the morning afterwards, then you will probably be okay. You don't have to eat the billionaire raw.
No.
You can carve it.
If it's raw,
into
is
portions.
it alive?
If it's raw, is it alive?
Still moving.
The billionaire.
Like live sushi.
Well, I mean, that just depends. I think the billionaire might sort of complain and move around.
Well, I don't really care at this point. It's all part of the experience. It's immersive. It's a massive dining experience.
I don't think I could enjoy my dinner if my dinner was saying, please don't eat me, I've got so much money. I don't think I'd digest.
It's not really about digestion.
No, but you're going to want to get it through. You don't want to have that billionaire just sitting in your stomach.
I feel really sick now.
Yeah. Well, so, dear listeners, which billionaire are you going to eat?
Yeah, which one are we going to go for first? I think we should start a club, maybe.
Which billionaire would you eat first?
I just don't want any of them in my mouth, but I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
Well, I mean, you could, or the other alternative is we could set up. This is it. This is what you do. You set up community kitchens and you feed the billionaires to the population in small, palatable portions, little chops. Mm-hmm. Billionaire Elon chops would be nice, wouldn't it? Some Bill Gates rump steak would be nice. Some lovely bacon made from the skin on the top of Donald Trump's head. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
What about Richard Branson?
Richard Branson. Oh, which part of him would we?
We've got to make a Branston pickle.
Branson pickle.
Really, don't we?
Yes, that's what we have. We have Branson pickle,
Put it on a bread
which is diced Richard Branson in a extra virgin olive oil and a little raspberry jus.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
What about there's got to be some other.
Yeah, I mean,
tasty billionaires.
I can't think. Most of the billionaires, they keep themselves quite quiet, don't they? Because they want to, live the high life and eat babies. We as plebs, we're just going to continue along like nothing's happening.
What they haven't banked on is just how many of the population really would probably be like, yeah, I'll give it a go with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
totally.
A lot more people want to eat them now than a couple of weeks ago.
I think that our soup kitchen for there's a lot. I see a lot of very talented caterers who really know their way around flipping a burger, getting those sausages lovely and crisp just right. I lived with a very proud caterer in the next room who gave me all the ins and outs of how to cook meat, even though he knew I didn't eat it. But I really enjoyed listening to it. And then later on, he sort of threatened to crush my knuckles, but he didn't threaten to eat me.
That's the important thing.
Yeah. So if we open these soup kitchens. And they could go, all around the world, really. Because if you're not just taking the billionaires, if you're not just eating... Yes, let them know it's time to eat all the billionaires. If they... because if we took their accomplices as well... Because
there's a lot more to go around.
Yeah, there's a lot more to go around, and you could really set up billionaire buffets all around the world. And I'm sure there's many people who'd like to have a little taste, even though it will be horrible. But like I said, you put Marmite on anything, yeah, it won't be good.
No, it'll be bad. It'll taste of grease.
Yeah, it will. So. In this day and age, when many people are in a similar position to me of having lost family, I haven't really lost any friends. I only lost family the last 2 years. I didn't lose any friends because all my friends are cool. But all of the people who've lost friends or family because they were vocally against the massacre of thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, are they now going to stop talking to their family members who are against baby eating? So it's flipping Simon or Stephen, he doesn't think that billionaires should be able to eat babies. Oh, doesn't he? Just being deliberately contrarian again, is he?
Yeah, it kind of really messes up the whole sort of like person who hasn't got, you know, there's a lot of people who don't have huge amounts of money. They've still got, you know, enough to have a nice life, but for some reason they trust the people at the top more than their communities when, you know, they have a lot more in common with somebody who's living in like a slum somewhere than they do with the billionaires.
Yeah.
Obviously, because most people don't eat babies, so
No.
I think that, and apparently that's what
Yeah. And
money.
It's really at a
what you
point
love,
now
you can
with
buy
the
people.
rich where we can start to like place bets, because stuff is going to just get more revealed the more that the 3 million Epstein files are looked into, because nobody's even scratched the surface. It would take 70 years for a team of 70 people or something to get through it all. Like, it's a ludicrous amount of information. And the more that comes out, the more we'll see more people who are taking part in these activities. So yeah, I think as time goes on, it will become like a parlour game. We'll be able to like place bets on which on who is a murderer, and we can say celebrity A or celebrity B,
I think
baby
a
eaters.
really good rule of thumb is to, if people are saying this really doesn't matter, why are you talking about it? I mean, I think that kind of literal cannibalism is quite sort of shocking.
Yeah.
So anybody who's sort of not, who's no or like is ignoring it at the moment.
You do have to wonder. And so we asked the question, maybe we asked this question last week, of like, we know how high up this sort of ring of horrible activities goes. We don't know how far down it goes. And it's across the corridors of power, but it's also across apparently things like children's homes and nurseries and preschools, and also the
in the government.
Yes, certainly in the government, but also across, of course, the music industry, the film industry, and I guess maybe the television industry. So at this point we get to that it can be an exciting parlour game where you can place bets. Does which one ate babies out of Rod Hull and Emu, for example, if it was going on back then? I mean, this was the 1980s. Which of the 3 Top Gear guys is more likely to be a baby eater? And I already have a solid idea about the Top Gear guys. Which one of them is a baby eater? But I'm not going to say which one is. I'm going to leave that hanging in the air. I'm going to say which guy out of Top Gear. Did I ever tell you that I once lived in a shared house where the entertainment they had was they put on Top Gear with the volume off and then had reggae music on, and they all used to watch Top Gear silent. It was very strange. That's the only time I've ever actually seen Top Gear. So I've never actually heard their voices. But yes, but the one who definitely isn't a baby eater, Richard Hammond. Oh, I mean,
I don't think he is.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
Warm, affectionate, sensible, pragmatic, tender, caring, loving. Richard Hammond is definitely, you heard it here first, guys. Richard Hammond is off the hook. He doesn't eat babies. And I'm not saying that Clarkson or the other one does. I'm just saying that I don't know that they don't. but I know that Richard Hammond has never once eaten a bebe. Okay, so my proposal, because we are clearly living at a point in histoire where we are going to need to be able to find new ways of having societies, find new ways of running societies and so on. And so, since it seems to be very standardized that billionaires can eat poor people, I propose an inverse model of society where citizens are permitted to cannibalize humans, but only if they are of a social strata above them. So the poor can eat everyone. The bourgeois can eat upper bourgeois upwards. Billionaires, it would mean, could eat nobody.
Yeah, well, they'd have to eat like sort of like kind of metaphysical creator kind of thing, like the universe.
It's the next stage up from billionaire, metaphysical creator.
Well, no, I mean if you want something bigger, but that's the biggest thing anyway. You should try and eating. It's like being swallowed, being in the universe.
Yeah.
Part of something bigger.
The weird thing about this whole billionaire thing is that money's pretend, isn't it?
But it's really a really good way of controlling other people, though, isn't it?
It is a really good way of controlling other people. And I find it very strange that people say, oh, but we need money. Oh yeah, go on. We need money. If you want some of this vape.
Yes.
We need money, people say, and they cannot envision any possibility of a world without it. Well, there once was a world without it, and all the other animals seem to be okay without money. I expect it was relatively. We only know about relatively recently. We have no idea really about, like, we call everything post a few thousand years ago prehistory. So, we ain't very aware of what come before, are we? And we only found out there were dinosaurs about 150 years ago or something like that, not much longer than that. So, and we only learned how to paint perspective like 1,000 years ago, less than that. So, given that, we were unable to look at a room and figure out how to draw the space in that room, it implies to me that we are not as advanced as we think we are. And given that if you rise to the top echelons of the society, the reward you give for that is eating people, it just implies we're not very good at this existence. We're not, humans not very good at the whole existence thing. Like, if I reached the top upper echelons of society and became a billionaire, I'd do all sorts of wacky things. You wouldn't believe it. And the problem is, maybe billionaires would be okay if they were a bit wackier.
Well, they have no idea at all. Rich people, wealth is wasted on the rich.
They're not wacky at all. I think Musk...
They're sort of more wacky in the kind of stay away from them kind of way.
Yeah, they're wacky in the... He's a bit wacky, that one. Rather than the Dick Van Dyke Caractacus Potts kind of mad inventor way. But imagine you had a billionaire who was a mad inventor and who was like, today, here is my new machine. I've just spent £27 million on it. You put ice cream in one end, and out the other end comes a romantic novel. Like something like that.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of liking the idea of this sort of like Caligula putting all his boats and riding the horse across it.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds kind of fun. They should do more stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Caligula...
Less of the...
He did some terrible things.
Quite a lot of murder as
he did some terrible things, but at least he was wacky with it. Nero burnt down Rome, but at least he was playing a harp at the same time and singing a song.
Well, at least he had some talent then.
Well,
None of these people got any talent as well. That's the other thing that's been really upsetting me about this. I mean, that's a bit of a weird way of phrasing it.
I haven't heard any of
really
these billionaires or their co-conspirators. I've never seen them sing a song. I've never seen them tap dance.
None of them can spell.
No.
This is the thing that's really
this is a fascinating
They're
thing.
all illiterate, and they say, you know, Ghislaine Maxwell said that all these girls were trash. Now, I worked out, I met one of them based on this like specific recruitment line. So, you know, they think all these women are trash, all these women that they you know, that they murder and none of these people can spell, and they're all really boring. They seem to be on cocaine all the time, and a lot of things, like sort of ideas that they have, are just terrible.
Yeah. And I got to ask
they think
you,
that they're better than all of us.
have you ever known anyone who
murdering
isn't on
cannibals.
cocaine all the time who isn't really, really annoying?
Well, I mean,
Stephen King, when he was on cocaine, would probably be the first to say that he was probably really, really annoying. I've never known a coke person who isn't really, really annoying.
You know,
He wrote it whilst under the influence.
He had to go through some horrible things for that to happen. If that makes sense, for the good of literature, I think it existing is a good thing.
And he's been sober as a judge ever since, even though it seems that judges probably take loads of cocaine and eat babies. But hey ho, that's the world we live in. Just accept it. You can't do anything about it. Just sort out your own life. What? You want me to just accept placidly that people eat stolen babies? Well, I don't accept that. And in the same way...
No, I thought we'd like move past the whole Genghis Khan single-handedly murdering loads of people.
But in fact, to be very honest, I am still, you know, particularly in terms of people who won't talk to me anymore, I am still actually aghast that those people were not just obscenely appalled on the basic moral level by the Gaza Strip, and that did not cause any questioning of...
How many families?
2,700 bloodlines in the Gaza Strip entirely wiped out. And some people still say, oh yeah, but it's not a genocide. 2,700 bloodlines entirely wiped out, which is, as far as I know, a kind of new phenomenon.
And the latest news is that Israel has evaporated thousands of Palestinians with...
Yes, they use weapons which evaporated people. The people that they haven't evaporated, they are now bulldozing their bodies, so there's just nothing left. And
at least 2,842 people have been evaporated.
So, dear all people who don't talk to me anymore, well, you went along with this, and so I don't talk to you anymore.
Supplied by the US, but burn at 3,500 centigrade.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
That really sounds like, you know, self-defense.
Yeah, that's not genocidal at all, is it? The genocidal state of Israel with the genocidal state of America and the genocidal state of Britain have committed this
and I'd say that
a fair amount of the European countries have tagged along as well, haven't they?
It seems like it's the whole system supports
The system
this.
is based on human life being disposable. I saw a thing
Blood is a
earlier
commodity.
that because of some cuts that he made to a foreign investment policy or something when he was briefly in the government, Elon Musk has been responsible for something like 500,000 child deaths.
That's nice.
I can't remember where because there's so many places where this is kind of thing is so popular.
Following his dreams.
He is, and I'm glad for him. I'm glad for him.
His weird, repressed Freudian dreams.
Yeah, but I do not accept.
I don't accept that we're just basically wading through a lake of everybody's pathologies here, who's in control, and it's all. Everything has always reminded me of that scene in Fear and Loathing in the casino when everyone turns into a lizard and the floor's sticky and it's all these people licking each other's hand, going. And it's all this like salivating over money and stuff, and like all this stuff that's come out about these people's behaviour. I mean, the things I'm pretty sad about how unsurprised I am that they're all into this, because this is like.
Well, that is interesting how unsurprised everybody is.
How unsurprised everyone is, because we all kind of, you know, I've met plenty of really wealthy people who have looked at me with this particular look, and I've met plenty of guys who've looked at me like they want to eat me. And there's a new.
We've seen a few of them in the opera world, haven't we?
Well, yeah, and they do this kind of weird sort of cocking their head to one side. They sort of like eye you up as if you're like a car or something, and then they say, "Come with me, I give you good life. You come and you get killed in this mass grave," sort of thing. Obviously, which is
and eaten by some investment bankers.
And it's interesting that the entire narrative of how, especially women's bodies are treated in the public, has been formulated through the lens of people like Lex Wexner or whatever, the Victoria's Secret guy, who I've seen recent films which have had sex scenes, and then it's had like Victoria's Secret product placement across the woman's pelvic area, and it, like, you know, after. I mean, it seems a lot more, but it's pretty weighted anyway, but it's even more now.
Well, it's crazy weighted
and it's,
now.
I mean, really, it's really vile, isn't it? So, you know, I've seen enough of this sort of, these looks from people, these kind of like having to run away from people trying to kill me and stuff like that down alleyways. Like, if you've ever had to work a late night job in London and you're female, you know what it's like having to navigate around the city at night. So none of us are surprised, and that's really that's the problem.
Well, it comes down to, I think, that we need to start looking at like demographics in a different way. So we say left wing, right wing.
Well, obviously, if
are you pro this or anti that? And
not,
we need to start looking at it, and this is how we can find some unity. Are you a person who is against the murder of children, or do you think sometimes the murder of children is okay?
Yeah, stop calling me left wing because I don't agree with killing. It's like, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? The agreeing with killing is doing the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not agreeing with killing doesn't mean I'm like, you know. I mean,
not agreeing with killing was previously the norm, as I recall.
I just like, you know, while we're here,
Yeah, so my big question is...
Can't even remember what I was going to say, there's too much.
We've seen how a society can just, or the majority of a society can just placidly continue while a mass genocide of mainly women and children is being carried out by their government. We've seen how society can just continue. Now, perhaps we're going to prepare ourselves to live in the society where everybody's aware that the people running society are cannibals and murderers and rapists and paedophiles, and then we'll just continue and keep going to work, keep paying your taxes, so these people can continue to do that, and you can struggle and worry about where your mortgage payment, or is that what people with mortgages, what do they call their monthly payment? They don't call it rent, do they? Is there not a special word for your mortgage payment?
I'm never going to get a mortgage.
I guess so, there's no reason.
It's not my world, because
I have to say, you look very lovely today, Lottie. Very lovely. Lottie's wearing this kind of shiny, shimmery, black number with a beaded necklace hanging around it, and then shiny buttons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up the front, a little Wednesday Addams type number underneath with white collar and a little bow just in the middle there, and it's really, listeners, quite fetching. How about that? How about that? See, we can all still have fun and have a nice time whilst acknowledging and talking to our friends and talking to people on the street and passing on the information about the
international crime syndicate.
Yeah, that we literally live in an international crime syndicate.
Just think about it as like giant mob, really.
Yeah.
That's probably a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, it is that.
Yeah.
It is that.
And it's a mob of like frat boys, and I do kind of feel like the sort of saying it's because of like whatever worship or whatever is kind of a distraction from the fact that it's basically when people get a lot of money and they have a lot of influence over other people and they're depraved, they tend to like dress up in stupid little outfits and do all these stupid ritualistic things. I mean, like, look at the KKK. They're like, it's stupid. It looks really stupid, and they do all this.
You read my mind, that's what I
They do all these like stupid little rituals and stuff, and I'm getting a bit upset about the fact that, like, you know, what I've seen a few people talking about this online, like what the main takeaway from this is that they're worshipping Satan, and it's like no, they're murderers. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
what are you saying?
Kind of.
Are you saying if it was
theoretical thing they put underneath it?
Like, you know, hardcore Christian thing, would that be better, right? It's just like...
well, I'm sure there are hardcore Christians.
Well, I mean, they are hardcore Christian, aren't they? But I mean, if you were literally sacrificing it for, hey, we're doing this for, I don't know, one of the saints or something, then, I mean, what, would that be good? Like, I don't really get what the framing is. Isn't the problem that the killing is happening?
Yes.
It's like, you know... As my father said, before Christianity, a few thousand years ago, there wasn't a Satan, so it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't.
No. So. Yeah, like people need to stop
Use your brains.
People need to stop taking the Satanism part of this seriously.
It's made up.
Yeah. And take what they're actually doing seriously.
Virtual card-carrying member of the Satanic Temple.
Yeah, and what they have to start seeing the Satanism as is precisely what Lottie said a moment ago, which is it's a frat club. You see these images of frat boys in their silly robes.
It's in Buffy. It's in so much. They get off on it. It's all this like eyes wide shut stuff. Like it's sort of like, and it's, you know, it's just like really. Because people who aren't into murder also do it as well. There are plenty of people who are sort of like, you know, middle class who are into like dressing up in weird costumes and doing like various things. It's like, it's a thing that people do. So it's not, nobody's worshipping, Satan's not real.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you know, my feelings on this are complicated and involve entanglement, but like, it isn't in that way.
Well, I've got
Ronald McDonald, on the other hand, they are worshipping at the altar of Ronald McDonald. Blame Ronald McDonald.
I've got news for you, Lottie. You know, you said eyes wide shut, and it brought me back, as it always does, to Kubrick. Because did you know?
My favourite agoraphobe.
Yeah. Did you know? You know this theory, and with the websites that says that Stanley Kubrick directed the moon landings, and it compares it to images from the opening monkey scene of 2001: A Space Odyssey. This conspiracy theory. I'm going to disclose for the first time what actually happened. You see, Stanley Kubrick was working with Arthur C. Clarke on this idea for a spectacular science fiction movie, right? And all of the stuff that you see in 2001 that's interiors is all made of pine wood. But they asked Kubrick, NASA, because they knew that if they were going to go to the moon and they were going to get footage, well, imagine if you got to the moon and the footage was all like shaky and out of focus and nobody could see it and like wobbly and like, because astronauts, they've got to do all the astronaut training, and in that training it's quite intense. They haven't got time to learn the art of photography, which, remember, at that time was not as simple as it is now.
I mean, I find it difficult now.
With our digital cameras.
That's why I haven't got any pictures of UFOs.
Yeah, so imagine like shooting on 35 or even early video.
Or 20.
And
or what, stills or?
No, I mean moving image, shooting on that
right.
in a zero gravity atmosphere.
I mean,
so NASA knew that they needed an experienced hand to do this, to get this, vital documentation, because they had to show the Ruskies, and if they just had some like wobbly, out of focus footage. Then, so they had to get an experienced hand in. Now, Stanley Kubrick, he'd already made some impressive work. Lolita had really made some impact, and, Dr. Strangelove was, made a profound feeling in everybody who watched it at the time of the Cold War. Dr. Strangelove was 1965. And, or possibly, no, 1965. I get dates wrong. I think Lolita was 1963 and Dr. Strangelove was 1965. But I could be wrong about that. But anyway, Kubrick had more than shown that he was really good at like holding a camera and stuff and pointing it at people. And if you notice, if you look at Dr. Strangelove, that camera's really steady and it doesn't wobble once. And so they asked Stanley Kubrick if he would go with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the moon and shoot the footage of the moon landings. Kubrick was at first reluctant. He was like, guys, listen, I'm already deeply engaged in this intellectual interchange with Arthur C. Clarke. We're working on a sort of space opera movie ourselves, and that was the first time the term space opera had ever been used in that conversation. And he initially said no, and then he went home and he thought about it, and he talked to his wife about it. And she said, hell, Stanley, if you're going up there, why not just shoot your movie while you're there? So, immediately, he got up out of bed, he put his slippers on, he didn't run down the stairs, he slid down the banister, and then he called up Werner, I can't remember his surname, at NASA, and said, listen, Werner, who's this? Oh, it's me, Stanley Kubrick. Oh yeah, what do you want? It's 3 in the morning. He said, listen, I'll do it, but on one condition. I will shoot your astronauts landing on the moon, but I have to be able to shoot all of the exteriors for my movie while we're there. And so what actually transpires is it wasn't just Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin went to the moon. It was Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Stanley Kubrick, Keir Dullea, Leonard Rossiter, and like, you know, a key grip, a gaffer, catering, and so there was quite a few more went to the moon, and they shot all those exteriors and all of that. His
daughter was there as well.
Yeah, Stanley's daughter was there, who made the documentary about The Shining. But she was 4 or 5 at the time, and she was there because he couldn't get
couldn't get another photographer.
You know, exactly. So she was there to do the behind the scenes footage, and so yeah, that's what really happened. All of the interiors on 2001: A Space Odyssey were shot in a studio with Leonard Rossiter and the rest of them, and all of the exteriors and the stuff with the big monolith were actually shot in space. And I tell you, there was a really embarrassing thing that happened. Kubrick was really, really embarrassed because they got in the rocket and blasted off, and do you know what he'd done? He'd forgotten the monolith.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he'd forgotten the monolith. And then when they got there was just one there.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, there was just a monolith already there.
Well, you know, God moves in mysterious
God does
ways.
God does move in mysterious ways. And you know, as you know from the end of 2001, one of Kubrick's crew was quite heavily pregnant and gave birth towards the end of the movie, which, you know, they managed to catch in vivid.
Yeah, what everyone don't realise
Technicolor.
is it's actually just the babies in the foreground.
Yeah.
It's a normal sized baby.
It's just a normal baby.
It's close
yeah,
up.
exactly. It's just
It's difficult to tell because space is really, like, you know, it sort of looks ultra high contrast, I guess, because there's an endless chasm.
Yeah, the mum was just like sat strapped down to the director's chair so she didn't float off, and the baby was just floating by the umbilical cord, just, you know, just directly above where the camera was. So now we've made that stunning disclosure. Today is a very special day. It is Friday the 13th of February.
Oh, that's exciting.
Which is a spooky day because it's Friday the 13th. And I know that the subject of this panegyric will be very pleased that it is Friday the 13th. Because, hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Autumn turns 19 today. Autumn is my daughter. A modicum of elegance, style, sass, intelligence, wit, beauty, and humour.
And creativity.
Creativity. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Autumn has many, many skills and is talented at many, many things. In a capitalism sense, autumn has many potential income streams which should see them through their life in this consumerist hellhole. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. And if autumn works and works and works her way up through the consumerist hellhole, then autumn too may one day be able to eat babies. Yay! Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. I hope you're doing wonderful things today, autumn. I hope you are fighting the good fight against evil and stupidity, as I know you are. But I also hope with that you are having a lot of fun. And I know that one day you will achieve your dreams and be able to eat babies. Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day. Hey, 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 it's autumn special day.
Hey.
I love you and you're brilliant and happy birthday. So, well, we managed to go away from the subject of the billionaires and other really rich people eating babies for a little while, and then we ended up right back there. Do you want me to drift the subject to a new area, or do you want to drift? Or do you want to just stay on these
really,
gastronomical horrors?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Really, I mean, we all kind of suspected it. Like I said, I have seen flashes of hatred on many people's faces, and it just. Well, I mean, it's considered like the ultimate transgression, isn't it? And a lot of this stuff is about. Inflicting pain and the ultimate transgression, and that's kind of, I don't know what attracts billionaires, like, and rich people, I guess. And there's there's that club, isn't there, at Oxford or whatever, where they all eat rare animals.
Yeah, you mentioned
the
this
Bullingdon
to me.
Club, and there's the whole thing.
Then Darwin was part of it.
Yeah, Darwin was part of it. I don't know if it was that one, but he was talking about eating a brown owl and how it was apparently disgusting. But I mean, imagine killing an owl. It would be. I mean, it's you can't. It's just you can't do that. That's,
I don't really want to kill anything. I had to kill a lot of wasps one day.
Well,
I told you about that, haven't I? A lot of wasps.
It's horrible.
A lot of crime that day. I didn't eat any of them. Even the baby wasps.
Yeah.
Didn't eat them.
I'm not sure why anyone would want to do it, really. But then...
No. It is a little bit confusing. But it must, I don't know, maybe when your bank balance hits a certain figure, you suddenly go,
what can you get for the...
Yeah, I'd like to do some really horrible stuff. But, as we all know, big changes happen in history. And I won't hear any of this, it'll never change nonsense.
No,
because
I think
that's just not the case. Change is the constant.
But that's also a little bit offensive to anyone who was a victim of these people.
Yes.
And to all the people who died. So,
yeah. And we
do know for certain that he ordered
the next few weeks
a
will be very
vast
interesting.
quantity of sulfuric acid,
Yes.
don't we?
Yes. He ordered a vast quantity of sulfuric acid when he first found out that he was under suspicion, was this?
Yeah, that was all online.
Yeah, and in general, sulfuric acid is used...
Well, why do you need vast quantities of that? Where did it go? You know, it's kind of... but also I keep hearing people sort of talking about like, well, you know, nothing's proven. It's like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I live on the same planet as these people. I've met people connected to
I
people.
will not even listen to nothing's proven when we live when we live post everyone in Gaza is a potential terrorist. Also, then let's everyone in the Epstein files
is a potential. It's potentially connected to people who are doing this. So it's not a conspiratorial point. It's a personal safety point.
Yeah.
If you know, there's a lot of people. Having. Well, you know, basically, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to move a bit differently if I'm ever around people who go to Cannes a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I just always felt like, in my brief flirtations over the years with, like, the entertainment industry, it feels insidious, and really, you know, I've flirted less, in fact, with the art world than the entertainment industry. I know less about the art world.
Well, the art world,
but the art world
super
seems
rich,
just as shifty,
very much behind kind of closed doors,
and is about laundering money.
Yeah.
And so I have no time for any of these things. I think all the real punk art is going to be made in community centres. All the art that means anything is not going to be in silly white cube galleries. It's going to be in exciting places. So hey, venues, hey, you know, community centres, churches. Just talking to one particular church. Be open-minded and let a culture grow again. We need to grow a culture that is not related to the military-industrial complex. So we need events and magazines and systems of communication that do not go through things that monitor and track your movements and that try to sell you things, which we can do, because guess what? Like, people talk about how that's impossible. We had it before.
Yeah.
We communicated before. I think we communicated better before.
Oh yeah, it was much better.
So, you know, the post Sugar Mountain world, the post Zuckerberg world, is kind of just, maybe it's not even that complex. Maybe it's just a bit like it was before, which was, you know, people just had a phone at home. And people managed to get in touch with each other. People, you know, were transmitting messages across thousands of miles, thousands of years ago. It's just...
Why we got so many pigeons? Be nice to pigeons.
Precisely. And, the pigeons loved doing the pigeony stuff, didn't they? Because pigeons like being friends with people, as we know. By our friend pigeons. We've had so many friend pigeons.
They're very nice animals. They bring you sticks because they know that...
Has a pigeon, the pigeon, the most regular pigeon here, hasn't he brought three sticks now? Three sticks.
They've all been really nice sticks because he noticed the Morris dancing, and then he was like, oh, that's the thing that humans like, other than these weird phone things. I'll get him a stick. He's brought us lots of sticks in exchange.
Yeah, which is absolutely beautiful and feels extremely profound, but also like it is. You know, it's an extremely simple gesture, but it suggests that. You all have
complex.
You humans, you all have dogs and things like that, and you have interspecies communication with this dog. So why is it so bizarre to think that you can have interspecies communication with any other animal.
And it's always put down to, they're all moving on instinct. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so what about, instinct? Well, I saw a lot of videos of people at Ascot sort of just like throwing themselves on each other.
That was very...
flailing on the floor.
That was so
that kind of looks like
instinctive.
Instinct to me.
It was very instinctive.
And I'd say other instincts I've had is being very suspicious of certain people who've turned out later to be sex offenders. So I'd say that instinct again is quite a good thing in that sense.
But also, what do they mean when they say that they're only behaving because of instinct?
What's the difference between?
Do they mean that they're not?
Then?
I think that they basically. It must just mean they're not using words.
Yeah, but the fact is like their communication is actually a lot more complex and eloquent and poetic than human communication.
Yeah.
So.
When a prey animal is running away from a predator because it doesn't want to get eaten, it isn't, like we're saying it does it out of instinct, but doesn't it do it because presumably mummy rabbit told baby rabbit those things eat us?
Yeah.
And so is that instinct that those things will eat us? Hey Lottie, do you know what this is? Listen to this, sound design. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear that? How's sound to go now? I just want to not cut through myself as well. Oh, listen to that. Oh. Hear that? You know what I'm doing?
No.
It's going to take me a while at this rate. I want you to guess also why I'm doing it. But I'm building a guillotine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, no, but don't hurt yourself.
No, maybe that's enough. Oh, no, not quite. So I'm building this guillotine. I want you to guess who am I building this guillotine for?
Wow, I mean, there's so many to choose from.
Am I using it to cut A4, or listen to that, paper, this guillotine?
I mean, there's so many paper sizes to choose from.
Exactly.
On there.
Look at that.
So
Almost
different sizes of paper.
Yeah, exactly. So this will do multiple sizes of paper.
Right.
This guillotine, including
not any other thing.
Human paper. Yes, you heard right. That's paper made by humans. So, my guillotine might be used for different uses than your guillotine, but it'll still be good. And the more of them that we have in this broken world, the more we might be able to cut paper into any sizes that we want. Isn't that right, Lottie?
Yeah, there are many sizes I can imagine.
Yeah. B0, B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, B4, B5, B4, the before times. Do you remember the before times when, like, we used to say pre-pandemic was the before times, but now the before times for me is the before it was sometimes okay to kill babies, and that was the before times, but now the before times is also and be a cannibal if you're rich. Now, I've always been quite vocally pro-cannibalism.
Well, I mean, I never really considered it.
I don't think babies.
It's not really a thing that you have to like postulate about because people don't tend to do it. So.
But no, I mean, it turns out it's far more popular than.
Apparently, It's really popular.
Yeah, it's in.
I can't imagine anything worse. Personally, it sounds disgusting.
No, but it's really in.
I mean, it's the
really
kind of
popular.
thing you hear about people having to do as an emergency when they've like trapped themselves under a rock or something in the Arctic, isn't it? It's not really like when people talk about it, they're usually talking about it as if it's a really bad thing. Like I had to cut my own leg off.
You could really sell that as an immersive experience to a billionaire, like a plane crash in the Andes somewhere with a bunch of people, and they go through the whole experience of cannibalism and everything like that. They get to eat all the poor people because they are obviously. It's not fair on everyone else there in a cannibalism themed immersive experience. It's not fair to put a billionaire there with all the other folk because the billionaire is already really experienced at cannibalism. So that's like putting a world-leading soprano in a Gilbert and Sullivan society, isn't it? So that is the first thing about cannibalism. Secondly, I've always been a little bit pro-cannibalism because I've always thought it was quite a funny thing to talk about because it's a very extreme thing, and I honestly thought that I lived in a world where pretty much nobody was a cannibal. I thought that cannibals were like very, very occasional, but now it turns out there's loads of people who are cannibals and they all run successful businesses. Which also, one of the things that I've been made to feel bad about in my life is that I ain't good at business. I am not good at making money. I don't understand the language of business. I don't understand their conversations. I don't understand.
It's all about like synergy.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, they say that they all hate Marx, which is all about synergy.
Oh, they hate Marx. Well, I'm the same.
Well, I mean,
I have to just.
synthesis
I'm the same.
thing.
I absolutely hate Marx. I spent all my time just cleaning and trying to scrub the spots off things, and just if there's marks in any kind of surface, I'm just straight there with a bottle of bleach. Or did you mean Karl Marx? I thought you meant stains. Like the name Mark Commode. Mark Commode means stain the lavatory.
No, it was a really, really specific niche joke about the third synthesis that comes out of the Hegelian dialectic. It wasn't very good, but... Better than killing a baby, though.
So, here on Sound Art Radio, what have we got? We got all the juice, all the hot disclosures, all of that, all the hot news. Would you, Lottie, just to keep away from the subject of eating babies, would you like to instead move on to the subject of another really violent movie, A Clockwork Orange? I wondered if you knew the conspiracy theory about A Clockwork Orange. Do you?
No.
Well, not many people do know the conspiracy theory about A Clockwork Orange. Right. When Kubrick made A Clockwork Orange, everybody presumed that this movie was funded through conventional means. Not the kind of conventional means we have now, oil barons in the military and so on, but the conventional means
Not my mates.
your friends. The conventional means we have of raising funding for movies, but this is not strictly true. In the way that Marvel movies now are funded by the military industrial industry directly.
What's the one about the big lizard? They did that one as well.
Who did?
The military.
Oh, they did a big film about a big lizard.
One of the, the big lizards.
What, Godzilla?
Yeah, there was like an
Oh, they did an American remake of Godzilla in the military.
Yeah, the DoD funded it,
Right. Which is quite strange.
Yeah, I think partially a lot of the DoD funding is like in the sense of like, Hollywood's always been a propaganda arm. But also because they do if they're doing something like Mission Impossible, they go and shoot it on the military base as well.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, how do they get on the planes? They need to a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Sort of fund it through that, otherwise they can't use the plane runways and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're also into all the other.
Yeah. Well, Kubrick didn't need helicopters, and although he borrowed one a bit later for the beginning of The Shining from some GI or something. But he didn't need helicopters for Clockwork Orange. But what he did need, if you think of how notorious Stanley Kubrick was for doing take after take after take after take after take of things. To make that movie, he needed a lot of milk. And if you think about it now, if you're buying oat milk, it can be up to £3 for one carton of it.
Really, isn't it?
It's extortionate. And so with Kubrick doing 179 takes of every scene, Malcolm McDowell had to just they went through the milk like there was no tomorrow. So in large part, and this is the conspiracy, the thing that people don't know about, Clockwork Orange was primarily funded by the dairy industry.
Yeah.
Because also they worked out that if they got the youth hooked on milk and thinking drinking milk was really cool and all that sort of thing, then they would, because of consuming all that lactate, as you can see, drinking the milk makes those boys very violent in Clockwork Orange, doesn't it? So clearly milk drinking makes you violent.
Well, there is a thing, isn't there? There's some, a lot of historically violent people have been
into milk. And so by promoting and funding Clockwork Orange, the dairy industry was hoping to make a whole generation of boys very, very, very aggressive and consequently really happy to work in abattoirs. And whether that worked, we never saw whether that would work because Kubrick banned his movie, and we are told this is because of a copycat killing, but I would conjecture, and secret documents may yet come to prove this, that it was actually the sudden rise in sales of milk and the queues outside abattoirs for enthused young lads wanting to work there. And then this is where, if you want to go deeper down the rabbit hole, when Kubrick made Dr. Strangelove, there was a whole scene at the end which was cut. Dr. Strangelove ends with Peter Sellers standing up out of his chair and saying, "Mein Führer, I can walk," and then the bombs go off and the whole world explodes. But originally, the ending of Doctor Strangelove was like this 10-minute pie fight that was the biggest pie fight in history, which only exists in stills. There are stills of it, but there's not footage, unfortunately, because I would love to see it. And it was apparently such a big pie fight that all the politicians ended up knee-deep in custard pies. And that was cut, right? But it wasn't cut for the artistic reason that we're told that it sort of spoiled the tone of the film. It was just, you know, sometimes in art things just aren't right, despite them being great or whatever. It just doesn't work in the context of the work. But no, the reason that Kubrick talked about it was Clockwork Orange was in development for quite a long time, and he was already, you know, put it this way, if you think about a whole room of actors who are knee deep in like cream pie, what's the main ingredient in all that cream?
Milk.
Dairy. Yep, exactly, dairy. So Kubrick was already involved with the dairy industry back in the age of Doctor Strangelove. If we want to go even further deeper down that rabbit hole, we can reveal that some people have said that Anthony Burgess, who wrote Clockwork Orange, was once a milkman for a day or two, something like that. And finally, the band Moloko, they do not and did not ever partner with Stanley Kubrick or the military-industrial complex, but obviously were infused by either the text or the movie of A Clockwork Orange. So if you look deep into that web of connections, there's something there. So how many exciting new conspiracy theories have you had on this show? So Stanley Kubrick went to the moon with Leonard Rossiter and also made money for the dairy industry and almost caused a rush of young testosterone-fueled abattoir workers in the UK, which would not have done the cause of vegetarianism and veganism any good now, would it? But with all that, I'm still glad he made those movies. I'm still glad he made. Otherwise, what would we be able to make conspiracy theories about, if not Kubrick? We should have more filmmakers to make conspiracy theories about. Like, what about M. Night Shyamalan? What conspiracy theory could be about his movies? He made that one with the beautiful Mel Gibson, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that one he said that our good alien friends were really hostile as well. That was propaganda.
Yeah, so actually M. Night Shyamalan is on the aliens are evil camp.
Like, the ones in that film, they looked a bit like the guy that I met, but he was like really beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, he had nice big glowing eyes, and he was like a nice guy. So.
But my problem with M. Night Shyamalan.
Mr. Manted.
My problem with M. Night Shyamalan, like, I don't want M. Night Shyamalan to be evil. Because, I mean, have you seen him? He's got very nice eyes.
He has.
He's got lovely eyes.
How do you spell his name?
You spell it S-H-Y.
Oh, that's nice.
S-H-Y-A-M-A-L-A-N, I think. It's spelled like Shyamalan, but pronounced Shyamalan.
That was the one they did about
I got that
the
from
cow
seeing him saying it.
In the village. It was called The Village.
A big cow in the village. I never seen.
It was like about this like monster that came out, and so the people have to put red in the windows because it's just afraid of red. And it reminded me of like, and it comes out and it's like a big sort of horse face cow dog thing.
Oh,
so, and then they're in like modern day, and there's a petrol station or something.
Right.
But when it comes out of the woods, it reminded me of the dog that I knew that was afraid of yellow. I knew a dog that was scared of yellow. Just like that.
M. Night Shyamalan, here's a conspiracy theory for you. The ghosts in The Sixth Sense aren't really dead. They're all just actors. Woo! How about that?
Well, I mean, that's like how I feel. Like I'm dead, but apparently I'm not.
No.
No one ever understands my calls.
You're not dead. You're not dead. You just live in hell.
No one ever replies to me when I'm in a room. People talk over my head. It's, yeah, and they pretend I'm not there, or they introduce me to people that I'm related to, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or not people that I've worked really close with, or who I thought were good friends of mine, or people who are friends of mine who also know relatives of mine tell me information about my relatives as if they've forgotten that I'm related to them. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm dead. And then there was a while where I kept seeing sort of ghosts, full kind of apparition stuff, and then the UFOs and that, and then Mr. Mantid. And then at that point it was I was having more contact with people who were either dead or from off planet. And I kind of started to really have to reassess lots of things about my life, because it was that thing where I got really, really ill, and I think I got so ill that the veil broke and I nearly died because they thought I was making it up or something. Yeah. And then when I was in the hospital and was really, really ill and on the drip, I was looking in the corner of the room, and there was I thought it was the Reaper, and at the time there was this big shadow thing, and
people do see
and
these
I kind of thought, oh wow,
die,
this must be your brain doing the thing when you're ill. But there was this very big, tall, sort of shadowy figure, really tall, right next to me, and since then it hasn't really been the same. But basically what I'm trying to say is their environment is a lot more friendly and pleasant to be in than the mainstream working environment. So take from that whatever you want, and
take from that whatever you want. Take from these 2 hours of magical fun time whatever you want. And yes, we've talked about some unpleasant things that are happening in our world, but if you don't talk about the things that are happening, then you are never going to change them. And also, if you don't talk about stuff because you're afraid of being arrested or whatever, well, frankly, we shouldn't be living in a society where we're afraid of saying things that will get us arrested, because that's not a free democratic society. Yeah, things that are okay to say, don't kill children.
I don't agree with murder.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone, that I don't agree with rampant killing.
Yeah, sorry. And yes, we have talked about eating babies a lot today, but if you have been looking at this stuff, then I would expect it's a relief to hear somebody talk about it, because it's very strange going outside and people don't know this stuff.
What is this world that we live in where you're not allowed to talk about it, but people doing it is fine?
Yeah, precisely.
So you know what I mean? Grow up, talk about it.
Yeah. Humanity needs to grow up. This is the point, isn't it? This is the moment. And part of that growing up,
people that are still
is the revolution.
But think about all the people that this hasn't stopped. Think about all the people who are still out there who are basically who are in danger. And
just because these files are out doesn't mean it's stopped. Nobody's been arrested.
There's plenty of other horrible things going on. So we have to think about those people and try and find ways of saving lives, I guess.
Yes.
There's got to be a way.
Yeah. Also, we'll say here on the radio, because it's not controversial, and there appear to be files and video which taken by someone who's now dead, showing or perhaps suggesting, if you look at reality, you wouldn't put it past them that this lovely man isn't even dead. So,
Well, I mean, people like that tend to do all right.
Yeah. And like you said about Keir Starmer earlier.
Starmer rises to the top.
Yeah, well, not that, but you said that like he thinks he's like in a James Bond movie.
Oh, it's perfect.
And I think all these guys do. They think they're in a James Bond movie. They should be more like little father Kim Jong-un of North Korea and just watch James Bond movies instead.
Eat some cheese.
You know, yeah, exactly. Eat loads of cheese, watch some James Bond movies. Eat something, eat some bread, watch some Bond movies.
Whatever, I think the general message is, these sorts of people, whatever they're thinking about doing, do the opposite of what they do. What you would do.
Yeah.
I mean, as a message to the sort of billionaire, pervert, psychopath people, murdering people. Like, your impulses are deranged. Don't follow them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the answer.
Do something else. Take up crochet, indoor golf, painting, outdoor golf, but just don't dig near bunker 9, basically. It's been fun being here in your company, listeners, and thank you as always for spending time with us. We're available for children's parties, education projects, running workshops and putting on wonderful theatre. No one really hires us anymore to do things because we used to work a lot in Europe, and then the Brexit happened, and then since we have been very vocal against the genocide in Gaza and against this rather evil system we seem to live within, we now don't really get hired at all, and we want to do stuff, so get in touch and give us work, and let's explore marvellous and exciting things together and have magical fun time and make absolutely beautiful, wonderful things.
Our website, worldofaspic.dance, will be live soon.
Worldofaspic.dance.
All of the previous shows can be listened to at adultheartcollective.podbean.com and on Sound Art Radio and Mixcloud.
You know, I did not know that URL. I did not know that URL existed.
It's a website.
So you're telling me I can just type in avantgardecollective.podbean.com and it will take me to a whole library of our excesses.
The shows are also available on YouTube. You can unsubscribe to me if you like everyone else's.
Yeah, it's great. But you know, you keep the people who are listening and looking for the right reasons. Well, dear listeners, the end is near, and now I face the final curtain. The truth is out now. What are we going to do about it? Mwah! And hey, Chris, technician Chris, your hair and beard are looking amazing at the moment. You look wild, wizardish, and ready to run the revolution. I have faith in you.
Next week is Elvis Herod special.
Elvis Herod next week. Elvis Herod special. This is Sound Art Radio.